So I never wanted to work at Tomaquag Museum. I actually was a high school student whose parents said, just give it a try. And I was told that if I just made it through the semester, I could try a different internship, but I never left because it was such an empowering experience. I went through the traditional school system and they don't really teach you good Indigenous history. Often the information is patchy and leaves out pieces. And so when I got to be at a place that spoke to my history and understood my oppressions and gave me language for my hurts, it was empowering to me. And I never left. I like to think that I was Tomaquag's IEN baby. I was the baby of the Indigenous Empowerment Program because I was the first one to go through it. Whether it was through being a high school intern and then watching as we started developing the IEN program, the Indigenous Empowerment Network. The program started as a network and has now grown into a center, but throughout the entire process, I myself was being empowered through Tomaquag Museum. Ooh, that's a good question. I would say that since being at Tomaquag Museum, I have experienced exponential growth. So whether through understanding my own histories and oppressions and being able to speak and advocate against what I am experiencing in the world, but also in having this desire and drive to make an impact on the world and create the same opportunities for empowerment for my community. What I would like to see more of is connecting with a broader community. I think we are just dipping our toes in the water as far as Indigenous empowerment goes, but if people don't know that Tomaquag Museum exists, then they have no way of knowing of all the incredible things that we can do for them. And so I look forward as this museum grows to see our ripple effect grow and how we are able to expand out into the community and help more and more people. I do recommend Indigenous empowerment and the IEC to people in the community regularly. Tomaquag has become a lifeway for me, where it is not just a job, it's something that I believe in the mission, vision, and values. And so when I am out in the community and I am talking to Indigenous people, I am constantly trying to make connections, because why would you not take that extra tiny bit of time to make a difference in somebody's life? To me, Indigenous empowerment is everything. It is how we speak to Indigenous people. It is how we interact with them. It is how they view the world. When we talk about making a difference for the next 7 generations, Indigenous empowerment is creating and shaping our future. And I think of how sad I was before having this empowerment through Tomaquag Museum, and I hope to bring that light of empowerment through to this next generation of people. So I'm super excited because I just got promoted to a new position with the IEC, the Indigenous Empowerment Center. So I'm actually the Indigenous Empowerment Center Coordinator. And through that, I get to do all of my favorite work that roots us deep into Tomaquag's mission, vision, and values. I get to do Indigenous empowerment work, whether it's programming and working directly with the community to make a difference. One of my favorite ways to do this is actually working on language revitalization. It's a project that I have found a deep passion for, as I get to work with my own grandmother and learn her traditional knowledge and then spread that out into the community. Other times we are actually working on doing videos so that it's more accessible using social media and other techniques. So I get to work on language revitalization work, which is some of my favorite work. I am so excited to engage with the community, sometimes personally, but actually we are working currently on a new video series it's called Language with Lynsea. I get to do language revitalization work, which is really my favorite work ever. I think you learn so much about yourself as a people by learning your language. It does all of the things that I love. It is about Indigenous empowerment. It is that education where it is showing the community not only what our culture is like, but also that we are still here and giving that representation to Indigenous people. And I also get to collaborate and work with a team and work from an art standpoint, which I, as an artist, really love.